What we are about to show you are not conspiracy theories. They are actual documented stories. They may sound illogical.
Incredible claim by a respected Oxford researcher. He says he has proof that the Yeti, the abominable snowman of the Himalayas, is in fact real and its descendants are alive.
It may start to look absurd even, but we dove into the deepest corners of the internet to find you some absolutely unbelievable stories. Stories that came out of India that will make you question reality. Mysticism, religion, and magic has always prevailed in our Indian subcontinent. India is the birthplace of yoga, Ayurveda, and Kama Sutra. India is also the birthplace of Gautama Buddha and has been a large part of his journey. Thus, spirituality has been a huge part of Indians in our culture. We have the highest number of languages, most number of gods, and probably the most diverse culture amongst human civilization. All these phenomena about India are mystical and yet to be fully understood by modern science. And today, we'll tell you stories from a very special corner of India. We'll talk about the mysteries of the Himalayas. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Mystics of India. 1953 is when Tenzing and Hillary became the first humans to climb Mount Everest, the tallest peak in the Himalayan ranges. But in 1951, another team of European mountaineers trying to climb Mount Everest came across something absolutely unbelievable. They brought back the first ever photographic evidence of the existence of Yeti, as seen in this picture by National Geographic from 1951. Since then, the Himalayas are known to be the home of the Yeti, or abominable snowman. Nepalese have accepted the existence of Yeti and are very superstitious about it. They believe spotting a Yeti is bad luck and it will bring death in your family. Tracks of the footsteps of Yeti have been found on several occasions in the Himalayas, but the genuine fear of the unknown animal amongst the local Nepalese citizens makes you want to realize that there are some things that we as humans still don't understand about our world. Does the Yeti exist? And does it really live in the Himalayas? Guess we'll never know for sure. What is it about the Himalayas, though, that makes it so magical? What if we told you there was yet another hidden place in the Himalayas that is as mystical as the underwater city of Atlantis, or as magical as Asgard, the home of Thor? A city that is only accessible to a handful of people who have earned an invite to the place. A place so deeply hidden that historians and yogis have shared stories about the place for centuries now. But none have been able to confirm or deny the numerous stories that have originated out of this magical city. The name of the place is Gyanganj. Located somewhere within the mystical valleys of Himalayas, Gyanganj is the land of immortals, or the city of immortal beings. Gyanganj has been referred to in both Hindi and Buddhist literatures, although the mystical place has also been referred to by many different names across cultures. It is also known by the names Shangri-La, Siddhashrama, and Shambhala. Gyanganj is believed to exist on a psychological dimension and has no concept of time. There is no death in Gyanganj. The consciousness always remains alive there. Gopinath Sahasrabhu was a mountaineer who got lost in the Himalayas. When he got lost and hungry, he consumed poison mushrooms, which disoriented him completely. He stumbled upon a mountain that seemed to have a gap, which was covered by fog. He couldn't estimate its depth and fell inside. After gaining stability, he realized he was surrounded by various people dressed in very different clothes. His wounds were tended to, and he was escorted out of the city when he was healed. Gopinath could never go back to the place again once he got out. The Himalayan ranges have done a very good job of keeping Gyanganj a hidden secret. A number of yogis and spiritual leaders have been known to reside in the Himalayas in order to attain moksha and enlightenment. Mahavtar Babaji is one such phenomenon. According to Paramhansa Yogananda's autobiography, Babaji has resided for at least 100 years in the remote Himalayan regions, seen in person only by a small number of disciples and others. Mahavtar Babaji is the guru of Paramhansa Yogananda, the author of the world-renowned book on spirituality, The Autobiography of a Yogi, and he is known as the father of yoga in the West. It can be said that the teachings of the mystical Mahavtar Babaji have been spread across the world and helped millions of people gain spiritual awakening within their lives. Paramhansa Yogananda believed that the Mahavatar is in constant communion with Christ. Together they send out vibrations of redemption and have planned the spiritual technique of salvation for this age. So if the words of Paramhansa are to be believed, the Himalayan ranges have helped spread spirituality across the world through these disciples and yogis. The Himalayas are responsible for so much that happens in the world today, on so many different physiological and ecological levels. On a more scientific note, the Himalayas are also known for a very unique and special medicine that is only found there. The medicine has high demand across the world and is sold for $40,000 to $50,000 per kilo. We are talking about Yarsagumba, more commonly known as Himalayan Viagra. This highly effective medicine is used in Tibetan and Chinese cultures to increase energy and decrease fatigue, but its main commercial use is as an aphrodisiac. Yarsagumba is also known as the world's most expensive biological resource. Another well-known Himalayan mystery that has baffled scientists for decades now is the Rupkund Lake, or more commonly known as the Himalayan Lake of Skeletons. It is a remote lake nestled in a snowy valley filled with hundreds of human skeletons. Rupkund Lake is located 5,029 meters, or 16,500 feet above sea level, at the bottom of a steep slope on the Trisal, one of India's highest mountains, in the state of Uttarakhand. The lake was discovered by Britishers in 1942, remains frozen for most of the year. Only when snow melts are the skeletons visible, sometimes with flesh attached and well preserved. To date, the skeletal remains of an estimated 600 to 800 people have been found here. Scientists generally analyzed and carbon dated the remains of 38 bodies, including 15 women, found at the lake. Some of them date back to around 1,200 years. So to end our fascinating list of mysteries from the Himalayas, we kept the best one for last: Mount Kailasha. Mount Kailasha is an unclimbable mountain in the Himalayas that is surrounded by a number of stories. Studies conducted by the scientists of Russia and America believe that the holy peak is the center of the world and is known as the Axis Mundi. It is also said to be connected to several other monuments across the globe, such as Stonehenge, which is exactly 6,666 kilometers away from here. The North Pole is also 6,666 kilometers from here. And the South Pole is 13,332 kilometers from its peak. Mount Kailash is considered as the cosmic axis or the world tree even in the Vedas, and finds the mention of the same in the Ramayana as well. Those who visited the holy mountain have claimed that they have noticed a rapid growth, especially of the nails and hair. The growth of the nails and hair that takes about 2 weeks in normal conditions takes place here in a span of just 12 hours. Mount Kailasha holds a huge significance in Hindu scriptures, and these supernatural factors about the place make it extremely mysterious for normal people to understand it. Himalayas are the youngest mountains in the world, so young that they are still technically growing. Although the rate of growth is now severely affected by climate change, the mysteries surrounding these magical mountain ranges have forever inspired spiritual believers. The mystery of the Himalayas continue to exist. So there we are. Some mind-bending stories about the Himalayan ranges that will surely make you question reality. For more such amazing informational spiritual videos, like this video and share our channel with your friends. Peace.